We were founded in Manchester in 1982 by David and Luke, so just over 35 years ago, and we supply schoolwear and sportswear primarily to independent retailers.
I think at David Luke we have always been about building on the network of people we work with. We worked with the Fair Trade Foundation to see if we could introduce fair trade products into school uniform, and how that has evolved over time, and it's just developed into other products that we do, because I think realising the huge consumption that goes on in clothing, and particularly school uniform, we just want to have a more positive impact on the consumption of that clothing. So if we can make it from polyester yarn that's come from recycled plastic bottles, we think that's just a really positive thing to do, and it's also a really great thing for schools to show that they're participating in that as well.
Our customers are primarily small independent retailers based all over the UK. We do supply some bigger retailers, some multiples that have got quite a number of stores, but generally it's the small ones. We find that the independent retailers are the ones that are really thriving when it comes to local supply to a school.
But where we're really looking for some great growth is in the China market, which is so fast growing. There's a real receptiveness to school uniform and the positive impact that that can have on children in schools, but also the fact that we've got such a great story with our eco uniform has been really well received.
So we've seen over the last 10 years we've doubled in size, but at the same time our headcount's only increased by around 15%. Whenever a business grows like that, you've got to focus on getting more efficient, and technology is obviously one of the places you've got to look for to make sure that growth can happen. Our core system is Protex, which is really an end-to-end system in terms of it looks after our customer services, looks after our buying, looks after our warehouse management, it looks after how our sales orders. It really is a one-stop solution in terms of everything that runs our business, and then at the end it interfaces with Sage 200, which deals with the financials side, which is like a bolt-on. We're committed to keep investing in our systems, not just internally but also on the customer experience. So some of the documentation that we send out, the interaction that customers have with us is also much more efficient from their point of view, and I think the idea of that is about giving customers choice in how they interact with us, so they can still pick up the phone and ask us a question, or they can log on to davidluketrade.com and also find the answers. Protex is engineered so it can work on any sort of scale that you need it to, and it's easily able to cope with the peak demands.
It's absolutely vital to us as a business to have a platform for growth. The acceleration has been facilitated through having great systems in place. We need to manage our growth in a way that means we're not having to constantly look at just increasing our infrastructure of people and space, and so as much as we can do of that through streamlined processes and systems is really important to us.